the final official week of earnings season. We've kicked it off with Bendigo and Adelaide Bank posting a 9.7% rise in full-year net profit after tax to $545 million. Cash earnings dipped 2.6% to $562 million. The lender reported a net interest margin of 1.9%, down 4 basis points. Customer deposits rose more than 3% to $68.3 billion. Residential lending was up 3% to $60.4 billion. The full-year total dividend rose 3.3% to 63 cents a share, Bendigo and Adelaide being punished by the market this morning. We also saw a collapse in the price of lithium, seeing producer Pilbara Minerals booking a sharp fall in full-year profit, down 89% for the year to $257 million. Revenue down 69% to $1.2 billion, as its realised price for spodumene concentrate fell to $1,176 a tonne from close to $4,500 in full year 23. Pilbara also says it has received approval for a new $1 billion debt facility as it looks to strengthen its balance sheet. The private health insurer NIB Holdings posting a 67.4% jump in full-year net profit to $181.6 million, group revenue rising more than 9% to $3.3 billion. NIB declared a total full-year dividend of 29 cents per share, fully franked, which is up almost 4% on full-year 23's 28-cent payout. But the insurer has warned of challenging market conditions due to cost of living constraints and immigration policy settings. NIB says its claims costs are accelerating from an artificially low COVID-19 base, and together with hospital cost pressures, that is placing pressure on premiums. It does, though, expect to manage the inflationary pressures with normalisation in the near term, but shares being hit today down 15%. Well, cost of living pressures too for Endeavour Group, the owner of Dan Murphy's and BWS chains. It posted record sales of $12.3 billion, up only 4%. And CEO Steve O'Donoghue says that cost of living pressures have helped drive more customers towards its Dan Murphy's business, well known for its lowest liquor price guarantee. But profits were down 3.2% to $512 million, driven lower by an increase in finance costs. And Endeavour has declared a dividend of 21.8 cents per share, in line with earlier guidance, and it says sales momentum has slightly improved in the first 7 weeks for the quarter, and the group is continuing to optimise costs, targeting $290 million in savings by full year 2026. We also heard from Aussie Broadband issuing an inaugural dividend of 4 cents per share to investors for the full year 2024. It reported a profit jump of 22% to $26 million and revenue coming in 27% higher, just shy of $1 billion. Andy Giles Knopp, who joined the company as interim chief financial officer, has been appointed the group CEO effective today, and the company expects an earnings growth of 13 to 21% in the next year, with sustainable gross margin, shares up an impressive 11%. Kogan.com reporting a profit of $83,000, up from a loss of $26 million in full year 23. Revenue fell 6.1% to $460 million. The company has declared a total dividend of 15 cents per share for the full year, and the CEO Tuslan Kogan saying that full year 24 is a milestone year for them as they return back to profitability after navigating 2.5 years of turbulence. They've reinstated Kogan's commitment to affordability amidst the ongoing cost of living crisis, and shares up 12%. Online retailer Adore Beauty returning to profit, posting a full-year net profit of $2.2 million from a $500,000 loss a year ago. The retailer saying that sales in the first 7 weeks of the new financial year are up 7%, but the conditions remain challenging. Annual revenue $195.7 million, which is up more than 7% on the prior year. The investment platform Praemium posting a 42% fall in full-year profit to $8.8 million, revenue rising 12% to $84.9 million, while funds under administration stood at $57.4 billion to the end of June, achieving 30% growth on the year. The company declared a 1 cent fully franked dividend. Shares are down 21% over the year. The petrol station operator Viva Energy posting a 10% rise in first half net profit after tax to $192.1 million. Earnings up 25% for the 6 months to 30 June, driven by commercial businesses and a strong production performance at the company's Geelong refinery. An interim 2024 fully franked dividend of 6.7 cents a share has been declared, and Viva Energy expects a challenging consumer environment for the second half of the year. RPM Automotive has posted a jump of 275% in full-year net profit after tax to $4.6 million, revenue up 3.7% to $121 million. The company will launch a tyre recycling program in full year 25, creating a new revenue stream from the established infrastructure. Shares rising quite substantially after the result.